I know you're not about transactions, but if you've been in a group for 2.5 years, you're in the wrong group if you haven't gotten any referrals, because while all the other stuff is important, we are there to develop each other's business. So that's certainly one thing I would look for. If you're not
Yeah.
connecting with people and giving and getting business, then you're in the wrong group.
Well, I'd like to respond to that because sometimes it's not the group. Sometimes it's the person who doesn't have a focus, isn't articulating their needs, and is not really participating in a way that works. It might have been Ivan Meisner. I think maybe he's the givers get guy. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But, that adage is a really important one, because it's not that I'm giving you something and I'm waiting for you to give it back to me. And I know seasoned people actually understand this. If in fact you're not participating and you're not using your own social capital to benefit other people in the group in some way, shape, or form, and you don't really understand yourself what you're looking for, and this happens a lot, because you look at yourself as a category, not necessarily as somebody that is offering value, and not being able to articulate the value is really a showstopper for most people to actually get referrals from other people. So I just want to caution that it's not necessarily the group. If you go from group to group because you're not getting something, you really need to look inside to ask yourself, what is it that I could do differently so that I can get more out of my environment? And it's a big deal. And I know that you and I have spoken about value recently because it is something that is getting overlooked, in particular in the environment that we are now. Right now, there are people that are either incredibly busy, their business is exploding, they have capacity problems, or they have no business and they have capacity problems. And without stepping back to ask what's possible now, what value can I bring to the external environment? How can I articulate that? You're missing an opportunity to respond to what's happening now, which is not what was happening in February. Everything, the game's changed. And if you're not taking all of that into consideration in terms of what you're saying to your network or how you're leveraging the network, you're missing the boat.
I think people need to realize, and I struggle with this sometimes because, I want to give referrals to everybody in the group because I love them all and I want to help their businesses. And I hope they want to help mine too, but I'm not always able to. But I know you're very big on, if maybe it's making an introduction for two people that may not do direct business, but might be able to help each other in some other way.
Oh, I think that, so the bandied word today is weak ties. And those are those people that really on the surface don't look like they have any connection to you. But in fact, who they know, if they're curious and they're interested in meeting with you, can really lead to some extraordinary business. But you have to want to take the time to do that type of connecting. But it is spending your social capital. If you've met someone over the last 2 to 3 weeks and you haven't asked yourself who else can meet this person, who else would be interested in meeting this person, and you haven't furthered that relationship, the energy is a drain. It's over. It doesn't go anywhere. And whatever the universe had in mind at that moment in terms of introducing you to that person is just flat. It's a missed opportunity. And so this idea of furthering the connection and looking outward is a really, really important concept that I think sometimes, again, just gets overlooked.
Got it. Our friend Dennis Lombardi is, hello, Dennis. He's here and he says, in regards to it might be you, not the group. That reminds me, if you think everyone around you are a-holes, maybe you're the a-hole.